It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we are watching Season 2, Episode 3 of Severance, called Who is Alive?
Okay, let's think about the inflection here.
Who is alive?
Maybe based on earlier events in this story, I would take a guess at it that it's
Who is alive?
alive. Yeah.
Who was on first?
Who is alive?
Who is alive? You know, because he said
who's
she's alive.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
So the question is, who is alive?
Mm-hmm.
I think that based on the end of last episode, Mark is now willing to entertain the idea that something's going on with Gemma.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big
Because
time.
he asked Mrs. Selvig if she knows anything, and her response was to scream and drive her car at him.
That's right.
What an alien.
Yeah, well, she's an alien because she's an innie.
Yeah.
I think
totally.
I think that she is an innie who has been allowed to go live out in the world, and maybe Mrs. Selvig is really her Audi's identity, but Mrs. Selvig has been asleep for a very long time.
Well, also though, like maybe, have we entertained the possibility that she's just like a lifelong... I mean, what's the difference between
lifelong
being an
meaning,
innie and being somebody who was just raised within a cult and like is still a member
it's
of
about
it?
the foundational experiences that lay the very base of your personality. If your first experiences are waking up on a conference table in a Lumen boardroom, and your first few years of life are an adult consciousness and body doing office work in Lumen, and then you grow into a full person from there, you're a different kind of human than somebody who lives a childhood first.
Yeah.
And so there's another little hint that I saw somebody... I've been trying not to see discussions and stuff and theories online too much about this show, to not taint this, but I can't help but see some of it. And one thing I saw someone point out was that after Mark runs away and grabs the speaker to yell to the board, and Milchick is escorting him out and is all mad and says, the board does not converse with innies. Pointed out that the board never speaks to Cobell, and she always, it's done through intermediaries and stuff like that. They don't talk to her. So if she's an innie, that would be a hint at that.
Yeah, very interesting.
That also, like, she has that shrine
Yeah.
that she's
With
looking
the
at.
camp and stuff.
I wonder if that is, like, a shrine to her Audi. Like, trying to
It's
put
her
together...
Audi's childhood, and she's trying to channel that stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Feel as though she has those. And it's also why she's so obsessed with reintegration. She wants her real childhood back, her real memories.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to die and cease existing, but I feel like the person whose life I inhabit deserves to go on, is probably what she feels like,
Yeah. There's also, like, weird things like her Audi... Well, her Audi wouldn't necessarily have to have agreed to it, but she maybe was told that her Audi agreed to it. And then, then her Audi is in some sense giving up their life.
Yeah,
Right, I mean,
exactly. How long has she been like
the
this?
details of that is murky, and we shouldn't do all this in pre-discussion, but I don't know, what else from last time do we need to cover? Like, we were pretty much just catching up from the finale, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's back to work.
Yep. Milchick was booking it.
He sure was. Somebody pointed out that the door factory that Dylan applied to is a little Easter egg. Do you remember the real-life story that Dan Erickson was working in a door factory when he came up with this show?
No,
That's the job that he had when he was walking in every day and would think, boy, I wish I could just flash to quitting time and not even have to be in there. And then he started thinking about that, and it was like, well, that means there'd be one who was always in there, and that's,
That's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they worked it in.
I don't know, should we just dive in?
Yeah,
I want to
think
see
we
more
totally
Severance.
should,
Okay.
definitely. We have a Patreon. Check it out in the link below. Got full-length reactions over there. You got movie polls, so you can help us decide what to watch, so you can support us over there, or not. Let's watch Severance.
Satchel full of money?
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
She has nowhere else to go.
Yeah. Where would she go?
Because she doesn't have like an identity or a life outside of her job at Lumen. She's sleeping in her gremlin on the side of the road.
Yeah. It's weird that he puts on a watch
Just
And
to
then
take
just
it
to
off.
take it off,
minutes.
yeah.
Well, because he doesn't experience the time that he takes it off. He puts it on to
Yeah.
go take it off for a second and then put it back on to get back in his car.
Yeah,
So I guess if he
that's-
goes somewhere else besides work for the day, he wants it, but he doesn't go anywhere else. I
Right.
don't know.
But it's also a way for him to, like, track, like, how long was I actually in there.
That's true.
Ah. Oh, he's doing something with the watch.
36.
You ever had anesthesia for surgery when they say count backwards from 10?
Nope.
Yeah.
When I had my wisdom teeth removed, they were like, count backwards from 10 when they were about to put me out, and the experience is literally 10, 9, 8, and then you're waking up after
Yep.
the surgery. There's not even like a sense of
Yeah.
spent time asleep. There's just like, it's like being severed. You just snap to afterwards.
Yeah.
You know? So you're in the middle of 8, and then it's done.
Dylan, hit the new break room. Maybe some of the other departments use it too.
So
Yeah,
they're
maybe later.
Yeah, they're
just
going at
fully
it.
on, we're figuring this out.
I'm in a good groove here, but don't worry about it. I'll get to it.
Do not leave it
He's trying to earn
behind.
that family visit.
Yeah.
We get her to the south stairwell. I'll go with her. And once we're out the door, my Audi will know what to do.
Right. Okay. Well, sounds like
God, can you imagine that all of a sudden you're just like,
Yeah.
you wake up, you're just in the elevator
With your dead wife.
wife.
In the stairwell. I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
This is
children.
extremely awkward, yeah.
Well, and Helena probably has pretty limited experience with this kind of thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not, but
Yeah.
it seemed like she did. Her fascination with the video.
I've recreated the paintings. The ones I told you about. The ones my Audi was.
Why are you being so, like, secret about this?
Maybe the hallway's really down here. Maybe that's where my dreams have been.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good job,
We could
Irv.
look for it, Dylan. We could go today. You could accompany me.
I can't really explain it.
This one.
Oh.
Dylan G, come with me, please.
Did he
Oh my
already earn the
God.
family visit?
Good morning, Seth.
Natalie.
I've got the board.
Of course.
What do they want?
How did Natalie get this job?
Right.
The board austerely desires for you to feel connected to Lumen's history.
It definitely feels like she's, like, paraphrasing them, too. She's not repeating word for word.
Right.
These inclusively recanonicalized paintings intended to help you see yourself in Kier, our founder.
Ooh. The details of, like, what's so creepy about Lumen is are so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's Milchik here.
Oh my God.
Oh my
it's so
gosh, well, look
weird,
at that.
yeah.
I, Natalie, received this same gift upon receipt of my current position and found it extremely moving.
Oh, so this is what they give to people who are, like, actually made.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. What is he thinking right now?
The board has concluded the call.
Hmm.
Congratulations, Seth.
This is an
Dude.
interesting shift for Natalie. Like, she doesn't have contempt for him like she did
Mm-hmm.
for Cobell. You know, there's a
Yeah.
different. She has different private feelings about
Right.
her new subordinate.
That was such a good scene. I have no idea what anyone was thinking at all.
Salt's neck.
What the hell world are we inhabiting?
Yeah.
It's very
Where? Yeah. Where?
Desolate and
yeah.
cold.
turn
and-
of the last century America feeling.
Right,
Like,
but I'm talking like and
Yeah.
physically, it's just like all cold and barren and like nothing
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are they? Do we know what state? We know
PE
like,
is their state abbreviation. It doesn't exist. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. If I were them, I would definitely come back here at the first opportunity too.
Oh,
you know?
sure. Yeah.
What's the deal with the goats? There's nobody here now. Wow.
The tiny little white barn.
And crawling size hallway.
Yeah.
A goat-sized hallway.
Careful, there's poop.
You get like a little poop on your suit, and then like wake up in the elevator with like poop on your suit.
What is that?
Oh.
Are there pygmy goats?
I'm chilling here every day at work.
Oh,
from
you
now on.
bet. Yeah.
Coming back to the goats.
Oh. Satan.
Yeah. That one is, oh,
Oh.
that is a person.
Maybe it actually is. Like,
Are you here to kill me?
Ah!
Gwendolyn Christie.
I'm Mark,
I'm Helly.
and we're with Macro Data Refinement.
Let's just put the shears down.
What is this place?
Mammalian's nurturable.
So does she, like,
Clears up
think she
nothing.
goes to work in an office every day? Does she have an outie
Right.
who doesn't know this is what she
what I'm
does?
saying.
We mean
How do
you
you, like-
no harm. We just want to talk.
Hide
Why
the
do I
goat shit
smell
on your
like
clothes.
goat?
Yeah, exactly. You smell like farm animals.
Irving. It's good to see you.
I don't think I trust Felicia.
yeah. It's the details from
Miss Casey. She's our
The first
former
season
wellness
that I-
director.
Yeah.
forget. Like,
Okay.
the bits about Kira's story.
They're reminding us little by little.
Yeah.
Wellness.
Yes.
That much they know.
And
Maybe you should take that page of paper and be on your way.
Not until you've answered my question.
Wait, don't you want to know more about what they do in this place
I
from day to
think
day?
he's singularly minded here.
It's
Yeah.
true. Uh-oh. The bell.
It's the Misco bell.
How dare you?
Sorry.
You should have left.
What? Wait.
Whoa, that's a lot of
Yeah,
people.
there's a lot of people.
Yeesh.
Are you okay? You know, they're not like forcing you to be here, are they?
What are you, Travis Bickle?
Why are we going to the security room?
Yeah.
Why,
Nobody ever cared that they had Grainer's keycard to get into this place.
Whoa.
Is that his
Now
wife? It's
security.
Merritt Weaver! She's one of my very favorite actors.
Dylan?
Is it really her?
Why?
Is it actually his wife?
You've earned an 18-minute visitation event with your Audie's wife.
Cool.
So what rules has she been given
many
about
things
what
now?
she can and can't say?
Right, yeah.
18 minutes. How bizarre is this for her?
You really don't know me at all?
How are they allowing this to
Yeah,
happen?
wouldn't this be creepy for her?
Well, I mean, from the
Yeah.
photos from just now, but
I feel like from this experience, she'd be like, you have to leave this place.
Yeah.
You have to quit.
Right.
who's Seth?
Don't you?
Please refrain from sharing information that may be privileged or sensitive.
They don't know Milchick's first name.
We have 3 kids.
Right.
Yeah, why did he get severed? Let's find out.
My husband has had trouble keeping other jobs.
He dumb?
He never quite found his thing.
Oof.
His thing now is walking into and then out of a
So
building
he's
every day.
actually Kind of a fuck up.
Dude.
So Jim is 6. He's in the 1st grade now. And Ruth is 4. And Merrick just turned 2.
Oh my gosh. So, this is starting to be more persuasive.
Yeah, no, I think it is. This
it's-
is his
that's
real
his
life.
real wife?
Yeah. I mean, look at her. I mean,
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are
no, it's
acting
not an
chops
actor,
right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we live on a cattle ranch?
He doesn't understand what an old-timey fun picture
Yeah.
is like that.
I worked with Bert for 6 years. And I only ever saw him scared of one thing. He spent 2 hours on his hair the first time he went to visit you.
Oh no!
Irving.
Whoa.
It's lovely.
I mean, we know he's an artist.
Yeah, he's got art chops. Yeah.
Oh, and he wanted her to see that.
That's something
This was
else. That's just
intentional.
Oh yeah. You think?
Yeah, he wants to see if she knows. She's been here a long time.
How do you know about the exports hall?
There we go.
We send a lot of shipments there.
Yeah,
Used
why
to go.
they're manufacturing stuff.
Do you remember where it is?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Why is that one dressed like a goat?
Yeah, we need to. This is. Jesus Christ.
He's also got like herding sticks.
Why are these people here?
If one of your goats went missing, wouldn't you go looking for it?
Any Jesus with the parables.
Right.
She used to come do her sessions in our husbandry tanks.
Okay, why were you so unwilling to say
Said
this?
my Audi excels at stargazing. Meant a great deal to me.
She was retired just like they say. But if you suspect otherwise, we won't hinder your search.
Woo! Why'd you get all worked up then?
We would like to see your bellies.
I'm sorry?
Our
Belly
bellies.
buttons? They're checking for belly buttons? Are there clones?
Oh.
I don't know.
That seems like a sign of clones to me.
Yeah.
Checking for tube-grown people? Does Helly not have one?
See? Pouchless.
Oh, the pouches!
Yeah.
They're checking for the pouches.
I'm glad we did this.
She said, for me, this was fucking weird, man.
And I'll be good.
It's always weird when you visit your spouse at the office. It just...
That's true. It's a separate world.
I love you.
What is that sensory
Wow.
experience like?
Yeah, and has anyone said I love you to him before?
If you're Dylan now, any Dylan, you spend like the rest of your existence like trying to get in contact with that woman again. Like that's what
Earn
you
another
do.
visit, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
right. Earn another visit, yeah.
Trying to figure out how you can become permanently your idiot.
Merrick's ears.
Take over his
Oh
life.
god.
You just need to slice them, and then you put them in the oven.
Especially because in their conversation, Dylan said to her, so he's kind of a fuck up, so Dylan
Yeah.
will start to feel justified
the
and
thing?
like, I'll do better for her. I can succeed where he failed.
I'll see you in the morning. Bye.
Yeah, that is quite a can of worms that they just opened up for any Dylan.
Which is why sadness is among the most recurrent issues facing the poor.
What?
Remarkable. It's so astute.
What is she doing?
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, what is happening?
It's so astute.
This is Natalie Kalin
Okay.
from Lumen.
Is everything okay?
No hidden identities, I guess.
Natalie just stopped by to discuss my book, actually.
Oh,
We are now discussing the
result.
result.
Rickon's words have had a profound effect upon our workers. We think he's really tapped into something.
So they're blaming the book for everything that
Natalie
happened.
wants to discuss a version of the UUR specifically for innies.
Oh,
Ricky, you're not supposed to be down with any of this.
I mean,
But if they
what's wrong with
like
the current version?
his writing,
Nothing.
No,
Like the goat head statue.
they think that it could be a real game changer.
Is he playing along here? He's
no, I
gotta
think
be.
he likes the
I
idea
know.
that someone is
Change the bottle
interested in
in
his
I
writing.
know. His ego just can't not, but
And I think Natalie has realized that the way he writes does get through to Innie, so they just need to control the messages he's sending.
yeah.
You need to see the after image for like 2.5 minutes.
2 minutes, 18 seconds. It's from the parking spot to the elevator.
Oh, they're gonna try to have something burned into his mind. Who is alive.
I think the whole Mind Collective would be very proud of this.
Oh,
Like
for his
staring
eyes,
at it
yeah.
so it's on the negative image of his retinas when that's why he was timing his walk inside.
Yeah.
Whoa. Gonna have to look at it longer than that.
It's not gonna
No.
How would you get it to stay for long enough? Where does the it's like a liminal space
Yeah.
thing of
Yeah.
like infinite just poles. What the hell?
You must accommodate my needs. Marcus is so close to completing Cold Harbor. I intend to finish the work that I started.
Yeah, she was very personally invested in all that stuff for
Yeah.
sure. The Miss Casey stuff.
Milchek must go. He's not equipped for the task.
He seems pretty equipped to me.
Seems like you screwed up pretty royally.
Hubris. Everything I accomplished, I earned. Not because I was born into it.
Ooh. Ooh!
Because she's an innie.
I think you've overestimated your contributions.
Oh,
And
man.
underestimated your blessings.
Yeah, what cards does she think she's holding anyway?
Why don't we reset? Doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah, I think there was a double entendre to the use of that word.
Natalie, please see if the board is available for Miss Cobell and myself. Let's go speak with them together.
Are we gonna see the board in person?
I hope so.
She's like, am I gonna get whacked? What's
Right,
going on?
exactly.
Harmony.
Why the change of heart? Does she think they're gonna whack her?
Well, she just showed that she's not like an ally anymore. She doesn't trust them. Which means, if you're right and she has a bunch of information and she is an innie, all they have to do is switch her back. And she doesn't know anything.
And that would be an interesting development for sure. Somebody to wake up and be like, wait, what year is
How
it?
long have I... Yeah.
Whoa!
Are you trying to burn a message to your innie into your retinas? Because your computer told you that was a brilliant idea?
Who's... what?
Yeah. No.
How did you find me?
Unlock the door.
Why?
We need to talk.
She's got some shit to say. Are you serious? Why do you not want to talk to her? She says she put the chip in your head. She, like...
Yeah.
I have questions for you. It would be what I have to say to her.
way.
To be fair, if someone who has a one-for-one meeting and murder...
Yes, I understand.
Heard about the OTC.
Yeah, my sister talked to my auntie. Said a lot of things.
Why didn't you listen to them?
Did he tell her your wife is alive at Lumen?
Who told you that?
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Is Gemma alive?
She was the last time I saw her.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, okay, now we have some talking to do.
Oh.
Don't get out of the car, Mark. What are you doing? He's just gonna throw up.
Yeah, dude.
Go throw up.
There is one way and one way only to get information in and out of Lumen.
Okay.
And that's reintegration. I'm better at it now. I can make it work with you.
Let's go. Let's go. Reintegrate
I can
Mark.
sew together a version of you that loves her with a version of you that can.
Yes. Do it.
Oh, man.
You're sure?
Yeah.
I
love. There's no fucking dilly-dally.
Yeah, you're telling me she's in there? Do it.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy mad scientist equipment.
You sure you know what you're doing?
And of course, they're gonna activate this process and the episode's gonna end, guys.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
what's gonna happen.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I know.
On the other hand, they're already going to this place in the story,
it's,
and I love it.
This pace is fine with me.
It's still old technology.
Yeah,
like
everything.
Is it gonna hurt?
Ideally not. What does your mouth taste like?
Pennies.
Nothing.
Good. We started. Who am I?
Saul Ragabi.
Where are we?
My basement.
Doing it in his house, I like that.
Name a dam.
Hoover.
Mr. Dam, I would name
Does
too.
MD understand?
Damn, I named in my head.
Where were you born?
I'm not sure.
What month is it?
You mean what quarter?
Oh, so now we're
Yep.
talking to the Annie.
What is your first memory?
I don't know.
Oh.
Tell me your first memory.
Oh.
You on the table. I wonder if you'd mind taking a brief survey.
Oh, I want to see Mark's induction.
To start out, who are you?
Nope.
Come on! Oh, yes! Let's go, Severance, let's go. Oh, all right.
Oh man, and then
Let's
just
process,
all of a
guys.
sudden just like have a bunch of like memories of experiences that you just never had before.
Hang on 1 second.
I was surprised that they did this
Yeah.
that soon.
Well, but thinking about it, like reintegration was put into the mix immediately with Petey right away, you know? So failing to go back to it for a long time would be disappointing in hindsight. you know?
And it's not like reintegration solves the mystery.
Yeah.
No,
like,
of course not. Yeah.
they're not holding two pieces, like the two halves of the puzzle. They both have tiny little pieces.
Right. But we now have the situation where Mark in the office is going to have to pretend to be an Innie and not understand the outside. Like, and Helly, if we are presuming that Helly is the same way, and they're both going to be pretending to be Innies while knowing about the outside world.
Yeah. And now we have that communication. We've broken that barrier.
I guess the only reason why I was surprised that they did it this early in the season is like, is this reversible? Is Mark always now integrated for the rest of the series?
I mean, I don't know. We don't, like, we've talked before that we don't fully know exactly what it is that chips do. So we just know that function was bypassed, but we don't know exactly how she changed what the chip is doing and everything. Like, I think that the writers have it still within their within their power to do kind of whatever they want with the state of Mark's chip at this point. You know, I don't think there's any rules in place about now it's forever or not.
I guess. I just guess.
Petey died. That's all we know.
Yeah. I guess I assumed that they would need to. I assumed from TV rules that they would drag out this part as long as possible.
They're
and they
hitting
just
the ground
didn't.
running.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Petey died, but we have to think back to before the story that we were shown in the show began, and we have to ask ourselves what compelled Petey to reintegrate? The sound stopped?
Sound stopped.
Oh no.
Why did Petey reintegrate? Why did he, I don't know, just who contacted him from the outside? You know, what was his...
Right.
There's so much, clearly, activity from the outside of Lumen trying to get into the severed floor and do things with the severed floor, and I like that we're gonna open that up more and see more about. I hope that this reintegration, I'm hoping next week's episode this means is gonna be a lot of flashback scenes to Mark's first 2 years in Lumen. You know, we'll see him re-experience those and stuff.
Yeah, no, I love this this setup, this I was expecting it to be drawn out.
Yeah.
And no, they're just here is the 3. Here is they've started again. Here's the hero, and we've crossed the threshold, and now we're in. And what are we gonna see? What are we gonna get?
And so the other big question they left hanging from season 1. I mean, not the only other one, but another big question from season 1.
Just 2.
Was the goats, and they also didn't spend any time dawdling getting back to. I mean, they didn't fully explain
saw more goats.
What's the deal with goats being down here at all. But they're you can go through here. There's a whole big pasture. They're raising goats in a pasture. There's a lot of people working on that.
Yeah,
they're pretty weird. Don't try to interact with them if you can avoid it.
This is the hills have eyes section.
I mean, they're explaining at least why you can't just go and sit down with them and be like, hey, so give me this straight. What's up with the goats?
What's up with the goats?
They are not going to, they're hostile. They're not going to talk to you in a way that explains everything. And they probably don't really know either.
And I sort of feel like they would be able to probably explain the end result of their job just as much as MTR would be able to. Yeah, there's just I don't know, man. We feel stuff about the numbers, and then we put them into folders.
The goat people are I don't know. Here are these goats. We do this work, and then they get taken away.
Yeah, I assume down the export hall, which is the other thing that we found out about, and that's insane because O&D was making hatchets and watering cans. And
they also handle all the artwork in the hallways. So but But yeah,
presumably this is a business that does stuff, right?
What does Lumen do?
Yeah, right. But I know that
they make medications, and that like they are working on things at massive scale.
Right.
This is a small, like.
But they also make hatchets and watering cans and
that's for the purpose of what they're doing here. I think it's not for the purpose of what they're
doing. They're doing
all that stuff.
That takes hatchets and watering cans and goats.
I trust that this is not just random for the sake of random. I think that the writers and the creators have something in mind with all this, and the pieces are in place deliberately.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, it's just so inscrutable so far. Dylan, sorry, I was just trying to think of what else to talk about. The Dylan thing. I think that they are deliberately priming him to be on the same kind of path that we suspect Cobell to be on. Like, they're trying to incentivize him to want to take his Audie's life, and then they're gonna offer him the opportunity.
Yeah, Cobell and Milchick.
Milchick, maybe. I think maybe Milchick could just be like a company man who's not severed and works for
I sort of think he's
the board
not severed.
That's true. They didn't talk to him either, but I don't know. I just get more of a sense from Cobell than from Milchick. Because, again, he seems cool. He has a motorcycle and turtlenecks, and he can dance, and so he, seems more like he's a regular person than Cobell, who totally doesn't, De-icing her stoop with a hairdryer last season.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Makes terrible cookies.
But,
she's not persuasive. He is. He can go into a situation and, manipulate it. I mean, I guess she tricked Devin and stuff into but
she's got I think that she's weird, and Milchick is also weird, and then Cobell is also screwed up because of whatever it is that caused her to why she has this shrine.
Yeah.
And Milchick just might not have that kind of baggage around it.
It's true.
But he he's cool, but it's a very it's not an affected identity. I don't feel like this is, he's doing this and he's not really this cool, but just it's not it doesn't feel like a real identity. It feels like something that
it's his idea of what his idea of a cool guy.
Right? If you met season 1 Dylan in the office, you honestly he wasn't too alien. He's just
you're right. I see what you mean. Yeah, they're not all super. I can get behind that. It could be Milchick too, but my point is, I think they're trying to incentivize Dylan to want to go that route, and they're laying the groundwork to make him the offer of, hey, why don't you just go up and live with this family that they're gonna let him meet the kids next, let him spend time, maybe let the wife spend the night or something like that, a waffle party with your wife or something like that, or it could be, I don't know.
Once you have
so we're gonna eat waffles. That's it.
So once you have the innie who's fully this job is the only job they've ever known, and then you're able to welcome them back into their family, and then remind them that we can shut you off anytime.
Exactly.
Then
I think
you don't even have to have the severed thing anymore. Really, I mean, it can just be the threat of no longer existing.
But there's got to be some other element to it that we can't think of yet. It can't be just that, because that's something, you can put that together very early into watching this show as well, then couldn't it work this way? So there's got to be something else. But those pieces, I don't see anything in it thus far that's discounting that angle that we've got on it, that it's about bringing the innies outside.
Yeah.
So I guess so what's her name said that last time she saw Gemma, she was alive. So she saw Gemma.
That's right.
After she was presumably supposed to be dead.
Right, well, because it's been years, and Ragabi was there, and so Ragabi's a former employee, so she, has gone in there.
She saw her, and she was, so then, I'm not trying to keep harping on this, but then, how is that possible?
Exactly,
How is that possible?
I mean, that was Mark's reaction, too, there's something we need to...
Yeah, she seemed to have, even, she seems to know a lot about what goes on.
We have more. I'm so glad that she's back, and I want Mark to ask her more questions. She better be in next episode too. That's all I can say.
There was the option there to be that's not your wife, Mark.
There's somebody who
looks like her.
But she definitely says it is Gemma.
Dead on the slab, and
he said, "Is Gemma alive?" She was the last time I saw her. Very plain terms. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gotta. I guess we'll see what that is.
Bye.
When Severance is back next week.
Oh my god. Next week.
All right.
Is that it? Yeah.
That does it?
Yep. Thanks so much for watching with us, everybody. I'm Nate.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets.
Ketchup Packets.